Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the NRW, where nerds rule the world. And we are once again talking about comics because that's about 2/3 of what we do here. I am Heather Hurt, and with me is Kuya P. How are you, Jason?
What's up?
Today we are talking about the show, the Marvel show that once again bends the reality of what is comic book and what is not. Agatha All Along. Episode 4. We are now solidly out of the first House of Horrors. And we have unfortunately lost Mrs. Hart. I mean, Sharon.
Yeah.
I mean, Kitty? Who's Kitty? So she is now, we have confirmed her passing, and it is because of she took 2 glasses of wine because Kitty can't take one. She got to take 2. And she only got 1 serum that we think. And then that brings us back to, and once again, I'm sorry to lead into this. I should have said this. Because we are doing these the week after, we are spoiling. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, either pause this, or if you're okay with some light spoilers, but we won't dig into everything, please continue to watch it or pause it, whichever one. But anyway, we have found out that Mrs. Hart is dead, and the only way, but they have to continue down the road, which means they have to all still be together. Even though it's been confirmed that Agatha has successfully made it down the road once with one other person. But they decide to bring in a new Green Witch. So that means that Aubrey Plaza, who plays Rio, is back.
My girl is back.
She's back, and she comes back. She's got a good wrinkle in her back. And by the way, make sure that we're paying attention to those Easter eggs, because we don't know who Rio is yet. But some of those Easter eggs might be kind of important on who she is, as like how she comes out of the ground. Is she a plant? Is she a specific type of Green Witch that's already in the universe?
Ooh,
We don't know.
I feel it's dropping gems on me.
I
And I'm trying
know.
to put it all together right now.
Could this be a huge red herring? Because I do know who she is.
And I don't.
But
Don't do this to me, Heather.
we do know that there is at least one Green Witch who is notable. So I'm just saying, pay attention. Anywho, so they're now going down the road. They are short one character. They bring in Rio, who apparently catches all of their attention. And by the way, just a sideline, Aubrey Plaza and Patti LuPone's relationship in real life.
Oh
I
my gosh.
watched their relationship.
Did you see the Hot Wings episode that they did
Yes,
together?
I love them.
Love them.
I
I
love them.
love them together. I need more of them together.
She Plaza was on a late night, an episode of Late Night, and she talked about how Patti LuPone apparently had like a guy who comes in and like gives her nutrients at night to help her sleep. And she was really sick one day on set, so she offered Plaza her night guy, her night nurse, and apparently she was really nervous, so she thought she killed. LuPone thought she killed Plaza. It's a really great clip. You can go find it on TikTok. You can go find it on YouTube. It's just really cute. Go watch the clip of where LuPone thought that she killed Plaza. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. But anyway, so they're all going down the road, and it's time to get to the second trial. Because remember, these trials are the fears of each of the witches. And this is where we get Alice's fear, and it's 70s styles you can see behind me, and it's music, because we know her mother was a big musician who made the most popular version of the Witch's Road hymn music song into one of the most popular ballads, the most popular version of the ballad. There we go. And they have to combat the demon that has put a curse on the family. It is a generational curse. You learn about this. You see Patti LuPone play like 14 different instruments, and it's wonderful. But so that's where we are. We see a song versus a demon.
We do.
And we also see teen shed blood for the second time.
We do.
And with that, we also get a big clue to who he is or isn't at the end of the episode. So, getting down to it. Thoughts on the episode, Kuya?
I enjoyed it. Again, I love this cast. Sorry to see Sharon, Kitty go, but we do have Rio entering the picture by way of Aubrey Plaza back again into the picture. And yeah, because I was a little bit worried after that particular episode, and they were going on the journey, and where's my girl? Because I love me some Aubrey Plaza, and we got her, and just again, amazing. And like you said, I caught that episode. I need more Patti LuPone and Aubrey together. Like I hope Hollywood is paying attention to that. Just well, not only do I need the two of them, this whole cast, as I said before in previous episodes, but the two of them just delightful. And yeah, this was a fun episode again. Focus on Allison. Enjoyed that. We get a little bit more dirt, if you will, and I'm sure there's the big one that we'll save to the end of this review because we're spoiling. But I thought it was a great episode, and just again, I'm on this road down the road and just loving it. Again, great show, despite
Absolutely.
the haters
Yeah.
out there.
And honestly, the haters are kind of dissipating. We did this a lot in She-Hulk too. As the series is going on, you notice that those haters are fluttering away as the show is noticeably good. We told y'all then, we're going to tell y'all now. That's kind of how it goes. We love these kinds of incredibly diverse, fun shows, but we also appreciate the quality. One of the incredible things about this film, and which you really see in this episode, especially when the demon appears, is the practicality in this movie, or in the show, in this series, not movie. It's a wonderful movie that's 9 episodes long. We see these really cool practical effects in how the curse affects not only Alice but everyone around her, and it's a really beautiful story of Alice accepting herself, and it's also one hell of a banger. The song was already like it debuted on the billboards at like number 27, which is like one of the highest that a television show, or 21. It's like one of the highest that a television show single has ever like come out of. It's a huge hit, and this is honestly one of the most beautiful ways to do it. And what really makes this episode special for me, who does practice witchcraft, is that it also shows the importance of what magic is. Got in my head, all I see is that one comment coming our way. It's witch. Yes. But it's one of those where what's really important about this episode is understanding that words matter, and that's a really important part of this. It's a word can change depending on who says it, how it's said, and what's done with it. In this case, it's a song. This song could open the door to a grand adventure. It can protect someone from a curse, but it can also lead someone to their death. And that's really, really important in this episode. And for someone who does see witchcraft in real life, who understands that from almost a religious perspective, because my connections with witchcraft can be both religious and personal. It's one of those where it's very important, and it's a message that I think they handled very, very well in this episode. Even though it's a comic book, even though it's fantastical, they handled it in a very meaningful way, that you could feel it, and I really liked that about this episode. So yeah.
I do have one critique that I just remembered while you were going, or not really a critique, but just like trying to make sense of it. So there's this curse, that they're all encountering as they get into the homes. In one part in this episode, to stop the feeling that they're feeling, they draw a white circle around Patti LuPone, I think is the first one to feel it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, Sasheer Zamata then starts feeling it. But then they're supposed to be protected there, but then when I think Kathryn Hahn, Agatha, starts feeling it, they go to her, but they're leaving their circle, or at least Sasheer doesn't leave. She's like, no, I'm staying right here. But like, why wasn't Patti feeling something when she went out of it? Like, I was confused there. I don't know. It's like maybe a plot hole there. We wanted to just make a move. I was just like curious there. Because Sasheer was like, I'm not getting out that joint. I'm staying right here.
Let's talk about some characters that we don't know who they are yet, right? I think this is a really great transition into that conversation. So in the film, God, the second time I said that today, in the television show, we've seen so many movies and television. Don't get mad at me, okay? Just don't. Anyway, in the episode, we see two big important parts for Rio's character and one very pivotal spot for Teen. That's at the very end. So when it comes to Rio's character, she makes the statement that as long as her and Wanda get down to the end of the road, she will get exactly what she wants. She will get the bodies she needs. What the bodies are, yeah, we don't know what they are. But Wanda, we know, has used her magic to do stuff.
Agatha.
Sorry.
All good. I just caught that. I was like, hold on, Agatha.
Wanda, but no, I can't say that. I can't say that yet. Uh, it's all WandaVision. Come on now, guys. It's all WandaVision.
Okay, I was like, hold on. Is Heather like, because I don't know nothing right now, and I know you know a little bit more.
I have it is actually something that
Okay.
and I saw it. This is not a true leak. This was something that was pointed out to me, but we'll get to it in a second. But so we do know that there is dirt. Dirt is very important some way or another to a green witch, which is true in real life. Dirt is very important to green witches. So where that is going to go, what type of green witch Rio is, I think is going to be really important. Now, the other one is, and this goes back to the curse. We see the curse go after. We see it go after the fortune teller. We see it go after the potions witch, and we see it hover around Agatha, but not straight attack. And then it attacks Teen. Teen has now been the only character that draws blood twice. And if we notice it, Teen's sweatshirt is changing colors when this happens.
Ooh.
You're going to see a shift. And I didn't notice it until someone else pointed it out. And I rewatched this episode, and you will see it. Certain parts of his sweater seems to be changing colors. And that could be a sign of who he is. But we also get a big statement of whoever he is, Rio knows for sure it is not it is not Agatha's child.
And that had me tripping because I was like, oh, is it the son? Because
see, I always knew it wasn't Nick. That was something way before I actually found out who he was. I never knew it was Nick. Until I found out who he was, I still had an inkling that it was someone else. But it was never going to be her son. It was never going to be her son. Nick has a purpose, and for you comic nerds out there, you already know what it is. You already know what it is.
I'm not going to go look at the comic books. I'm going to hold off. I think that's sad because I love their relationship. I love Agatha and Teen's relationship.
Doesn't mean that it's changing yet.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, and the thing is that actually from a comic book perspective, once again, not going to go into any spoilers here, from a comic book perspective, who he could be in any of the directions other than Nick Scratch, they have a very good connection with Agatha at some point. So just because it's not her son doesn't mean, and it's not her, it's not her ward, does not mean that it's not someone that has a good relationship with her in the future, which I think is important. That's an important thing. One of the great things about Marvel is that villainy and heroism is a very thin line, and it's very frequently blurred. So who your connections with could be good or bad. And I think a good example of that is Loki and Thor. Like,
yeah.
Catch me? You catch me with that?
I got
unless
you.
It's someone really bad, and that's the other theory. Unless he's someone real bad. So
okay.
Once again, am I throwing out red herrings? I cannot tell you, because actually this is where our lead-in comes to an unfortunate end.
Yes, because we only saw the first 4. Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm excited, homie, for the next episode.
Yep.
And that conversation and see where we're going. I love this show. I love this cast. This ensemble is wonderful.
Absolutely. And I do want to do a big shout out. The costumes in this episode.
Oh, yes.
Were phenomenal.
Well, even the last episode when I can't wait to see what the fits are this week as of this recording. Yeah. It's been cool to see the beach look, and now we went into the rock look, the 70s. Like, come on, just let's go. Like, shout out to the wardrobe, the cast, everybody on that side of the part.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. And big shout out to the queer people who definitely looked at this, because this show is so freaking queer, especially in this episode. It is awesome. It is awesome. All of them just like, yeah, I want her. Should I ask for her number?
I want them all.
I'm going to say, if I could get Aubrey Plaza's number, girl, call me anytime. Anyway, Agatha All Along, episode 5 premieres as of this recording tonight, the 9th at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, or Pacific. There we go. There's times. But it's tonight on Disney Plus, exclusively on Disney Plus. Continue to check out episodes, continue to watch our reviews. Maybe we'll continue to throw out small Easter eggs as we go on. Maybe we won't. We'll see if we can catch them. Thank you all so much, Kuya Heather Hurt. Like, share, comment below, guys. Bye.
Peace. Awesome. Well done, Heather.